range advantage that a Caitlyn has over a Sivir.
It certainly is, and something that they're going to have to keep in mind is that Kira is going to have that push advantage.
Yep.
The Syndra can shove in Vladimir, although Vladimir may not die if you play well. You can push.
Oh, I fear.
Yeah, because it's like, oh no, he is there! And Steos going to throw the axe in.
Oh, yeah, goes in so much trouble.
And he's doing so much damage. Next axe lands, acceleration gets poked about, flashed over, and now Steos is going to get aggressive. Oh, no, Jace takes him down, and now they're going to work on Smurf. Jankos is low. Smurf jumped on his head, but it's not enough as Odo looking for the early double kill. He is going to get it. There's two!
Odo comes in swinging, knocks him down. So much early damage from the That's one of those moves from Jankos. It's not about getting the kill here, but he's just around to counter gank, always offering support, and then
They can set up the dive.
Oh, but he's diving. He goes in for it himself. That is a 1v1 solo dive as Odo pops up the flare.
That's what happens. You get a serene.
Able to get out very easily.
Was a good collapse, but once again, they're going to go for Kira. He has no flash. Jankos has kick. Is he looking?
Looking for it again. Kira, no, not going to eat the Q, and Ryu goes for the dive. Great little juke, but Liquid's here as well. No, he gets kicked back into the grasping roots, and that will be the conversion. Vander picks one up.
Such a good follow there from...
He's seen it in the jungle for H2K as well. So efficient. Jumps mid, helps clear out the wave. Wave priority, gets the red buff.
Looking to kill Smurf.
This is hard. Yanko's going to kick him in, lands the Q. Smurf going to get attacked on. Does go mega. Wallets him over. No, into the wall as well, but that's just enough to get out. And that one hits, and Jankos just snipes him with a resonating strike.
Well played by Smurf to survive, but he gets to go.
Yanko's going to line it up. Who's going to take the turret first? Ryu's ghosting in. Oh, very creative. But they have to run the other way. Gets tagged by Hemoplague. Flashes full. Great double stun there from Liquid. And they're still running into the enemy jungle.
He's coming down, though.
Chaos there as well, but Yanko's going to cut him off the path. There's a snipe. Takes on the path. Miracle tagged as well as Ryu takes one down at ANX. That's two dead. They have to run. Okay, they're going to transfer people to this mid-section of the map and see if they can't bust down a turret.
Yeah, from a strategy point of view, they're doing something they've done very often in Europe back in the day. Let's get back to it later because somebody's going to die.
Miracle getting dove, tied to blood. That's more than enough. Goodbye, as Vander claims one.
And that's the one. Kira has no chance of 1v1ing this Vlad right now. He's on 2 items. He can't walk the dangerous way.
Odo 1v2 does flash out of the Axis. Steos going to keep running. He's ghosted, but Jankos in for protection. Going to keep moving in there. Acceleration gate. Going to try and turn it around. Jankos hops in, looks for the kick. Barely misses Steos. Liquid's here as well. Can they turn it around? Odo shut down finally. And Smurf going to take him down. And now Jankos getting chased out. Seven Fate hits two, but the ulti from Syndra is going to get messed up as a result. Bit of a miscommunication.
Randuin's or something and pray to land a good CC chain. Because at this point, he's going to be so tricky. Kira's getting kicked in.
Oh, good kick. Jankos finishes it off. The mid turret's going to crumble as well. And it's just all going right for H2K.
Yeah, everybody.
They have almost no vision.
They can't see Ryu collapsing on the top side right here.
Jankos looking for a kick. Who's he going for? No, Ragnarok is nice. Now Temper Fate's going to turn around, finds two. As Jankos and Ryu get locked up, but it's not quite enough. Kira moves in for the stun. Jankos low does go down as Liquid gets him with the Stranglehold. But here comes the chase. Steos is down. Ryu protobelts himself under the turret, and it's just carnage here. Ryu looking for more. Goes to Liquid's own portal. Ties onto two, and it's just a mass. Smurf finds Odo with a knockup as Ryu gets caught up on the other side, but Odo managed to take a few more down, and that's 4-1 H2K.
Absolutely love the in-pool portal taking by Ryu right there. Once they changed it, so you can zone out in pool, you can do actions in pool, you can obviously take magical journeys.
That's
nice
Ryu.
Dodge right there.
Ryu again gonna get hit up. Kira actually does snipe Forgiven. Ryu's gonna find him as Odo One looks to dive in, and this chase does disgusting damage. Inhibitor still up, does not get it. And they're still chasing. They're actually pretty speedy, but Odo says, all right, let's go for it. Liquid caught up there, looks to Ryu and gets taken down by the Vlad, and Steos says, I'm leaving.
And I mean, ANX, they kept chasing. It was just Steos.
Oh, Jankos.
Jankos never plays it safe. Does go in, baits out a couple cooldowns, but Steos going to chase him down. Vander keeps him out with the Stranglethorns, but Kira ultis him. It is enough for the kill. And all of a sudden, Jankos a little too much there. That's going to force the flash out from Forgiven.
Ryu's in the back.
Ryu, good protobats looking for Kira. He's just too tanky. Takes out the portal. Ryu follows him after slaying the Syndra, and they're going to keep running in. Steos locked up by the roots as Ryu grabs the double. Now Smurf carding it out with a frozen mount and a bit of help from Miracle. Damage is almost enough, but now Forgiven's turn to turn it around. They're looking for Ryu, but they can't get it. Miracle gonna get his face screwed up. He's not careful. Ryu gets himself a triple. There's the Quadra. Now gonna chase it down for the Penta. Liquid, don't give it away. He's bailing back to the fountain.
Steps in. So hard to deal with him. He can solo.
Oh, Ryu wants it again. Just Hemoplague's in onto two. Now gonna keep going for it. Liquid takes the portal. Kira goes up, but Ryu in there as well. Standing to the wall. They shut him down. Jankos kicks Liquid into Miracle, but Smurf is keeping them all at bay. He's burnt the ultimate as Jankos looks to dive back in. Odoamne very threatening as Liquid gets tagged and taken down by Jankos.
They're gonna keep chasing here. Odoamne's looking for a shock blast.
Don't get it though. Squishy members there as Caitlyn looking very vulnerable. Odo wants
gold lead they have sporting already at the 29-minute mark.
And H2K could just turn and kill these guys if they want. They have the vision. They see them coming in. They will look to finish the Baron first.
Oh my god, he stole it! Odoamne's gonna take him now, but Miracle stands his ground and slays Odoamne. Smurf gonna flash his way in, but he's caught in enemy territory. Jankos able to take him now, but Kira keeps the game afloat.
A little bit of 14,000 gold ahead. Baron buff on a couple of members doesn't really matter at all.
Rue's taking some damage. Kira attacked by Jankos. Gets him in. There's the pick they needed. Vander gets himself another kill. As Odoamne is going to take some damage as well. Miracle on the crit. Working on it, but the Vince is going to pop, and that's going to be Odo still going down. Jankos actually now in trouble as ANX might have turned this around. Forgiven. Has to be careful. There's a nice Stranglethorn is going to keep the rest out. Ryu, though, getting chased down by Smurf, and he has to leave the base.
Just on the map. If you get all three of those, it's such a massive advantage, and Jankos is behind them. They're looking for a fight here.
Big play again. He pops around to and stacks Kira, but he gets stunned up. Jankos gonna go down, and Kira burns the ulti, but there's the snipe. Takes him down. Ryu in the backline, doing so much damage as Miracle gets a shutdown, but it's just too much for H2K. Clean up 3 for 1, and Smurf and his GA gonna run back.
Yeah, beautiful flanking from H2K. Jankos is just a distraction. If he kills somebody, it's nice because it just gives Ryu access to the backline.
Certainly does. Ryu is the hero of this fight. He comes in from behind. They lose their jungler, but he takes down the AD carry, and they're looking to push and perhaps end the game right now with minions coming in.
They're just zoning him here. Licorice did make it back, but Miracle
dead.
That was dumb. As Odoamne destroys the poor support. H2K gonna push in, look to try and take this game down. And that's going to be it here. Smurf zoned out of his base. Going to get all in by Odo. Does take him down for the GA as the rest of his team is going to rip through the Nexus turret. Smurf flashes out. Does not want to give away one more kill. But there's the first Nexus for H2K.
Europe strikes first blood as the NALCS is H2K. EULCS, by mistake, is up 1-0 here in the quarterfinals. And they are looking good. They had some blunders in the late game, but their laning was so dominant. Odoamne, a huge star here, and worked very, very well with Jankos in game 1.
But this game says so little about the series because it all started, honestly, with a blunder in the top lane. And it couldn't be any worse for ANX. 2 kills and double ups onto a snowballing champion like the Jace. But despite it being such a...
There will be Vladimir locked in again. Repeat of the last matchup.
Yeah, this will be much harder for H2K's bot lane again. Yes, they could get push advantage, but they're playing double, very short-range champions into an
Sales is going to get behind them. We'll see where the card will go.
Oh, Forgiven now going to get comboed in by the crit. Forgiven trying to dash out of the way, but here comes Elise as well. Vander now has to move out of the way to get...
TP coming in from Odoamne.
Vitalik going to move back in, looking for Forgiven. Exhaust is down, and they're trying to kite it out. Odo finally makes it in, and ANX just don't have enough. Kira is finally going to make it, but Odo gets first blood again! As H2K are going to try and book it. The ulti's there from Kira, but it's not enough to take out Odo, and now he's going to slay. Odo finally goes down, but Jankos goes back in. Got no kick. Ryu in here with a massive 4-man Hemoflake. Flash tied the bot, looking for a little bit more, but Kira going to stun him up again. Licrit does go down to Jankos on the other side of the fight. It's a disaster. Smurf turns it around. Stranglethorn's going to knock him up, and he goes down as well. It's just not enough to save anyone.
And ANX is just complete
pressure with momentum. We see what they can get done. This is Odo just going back in, and Smurf just can't do much of anything.
Oh, it's like you're going to get some PTSD here if you're Smurf, and Jankos is coming. This could be that 2v2 turned around.
That's quite what they wanted it to be. Odo's going to look for it again. Smurf hops his way out, but here comes Jankos again. Kick after the Q. Jankos takes down another.
And it's those little things, applying the Q before the R here. Jankos tanking the
turret. Oh my goodness!
Flashback to side lead.
Dive again. Ryu should have all the tools to do so. No ultimate, but that's going to be okay. Miracle's actually the one getting dove. Tango's going to kick him in the face. Forgiven just cleans up one last thought. It was ANX. Commit the TP, then cancel it. As Odo's backing onto Kira. Knocks him back. The stun's not bad. Kira flashes out of the way, but H2K take over that mid.
Players, they could approach hoping to save their flash if they just kick, but they know if the enemy has flash, he's waiting for that exact pattern.
Oh no. Kira, that's enough to the sky. Just crushes down on his head.
Slam dunk for Odoamne, and he wants more.
PvP Stales caught up this time, repels back down, but Odo looking for it again. The Hemoplex enough. Ryu just takes him down, and now the crit. He's going to come into the blender. Odoamne looking to fire.
Really blow the game wide open with one more fight.
And see a bit of a fish here.
Surprise.
Jankos should be fine. Has kick still available.
Oh, good flash. Nah, gets a couple walls there as well. Kira, chain CC, and there's a pick for ANX.
Doesn't decide to pull the flash trigger. A lot of cooldowns used though. And that's in here. They're kind of lucky Alistar was too afraid to peek around, but it is a smart strategy. ANX is going to expect the Baron to be started right now, but it's already on 4,000 HP.
Yeah, this is just going to be gone. It's going to be too little too late, and they're committing to it. The culling blown there from Forgiven is really smart. They're the ones pulling the sneaky Baron against ANX.
They've been spotted, but Ryu's just going to have to book it out. He pulls out of the way. He does have his flash, but won't have to expend it there. Don't forget 0-1. They was
The team fights.
And Ryu was just zoning them off the side, even expending the ultimate to push them back, threaten that dive, and allows them to pick up more gold, get further and further ahead. And he's going in.
Ryu's in, looks for the prototype. Last few missiles do get him, and he's pulled his way out with style. Licrit, good three-man pole. They need to follow up those strength ones again. Gonna keep them out of the way. Licrit almost goes down, but has not enough damage.
And Vander playing a great defensive Zyra as well. Two-man snare there in the backline. Don't have enough range on the side of ANX to get to Ryu. That means Odoamne is uncontested in the bot lane.
This is part of the issue. Jason just doing so much work with his structures early on, particularly empowered by Baron. H2K can look for a bit of a greedy one here. Vander finds two with the Stranglestones, but Stayos just goes down 0-1. They now on a killing spree. Now finds two. Well, it doesn't connect to Licrit. He goes in again. It's a great pull, but it's just not enough. Forgiven takes out Smurf. There's the ace for H2K. They collect the body inhib, and they're not done.
Yeah, Albus knocks Luna playing whack-a-mole on hard mode. You solve one problem, but two more pop up. H2K is everywhere and just slaughtering them.
Oh, goodbye, Kira. There's the ace again for H2K. The next starts are going to go down, and H2K will go up 2-0 in the quarterfinals.
23 minutes into the game, they close it out. We asked, can they close out the games with a lead? And I think that is a resounding yes, as H2K looks even better in game number 2.
What a complete smash here.
And we said, you know what, that Baron control, maybe looking a little iffy for H2K in game 1. You know how they solved it? They're like, 22-minute Baron, let's do it.
They pulled an ANX on ANX. That's how these guys won their games twice. They snuck the Baron to turn around games and take it over. They flip it right back on them.
The Albus Nox signature play turned around against them. Two-man Baron start. Every Baron play has a counter. There's always risk involved. But
Zillion apparently going pretty all in on the Olaf and Caitlyn, trying to get in and aggressive.
if you keep dying in the early game,
Solved it.
Bring yourself back, bring yourself back. Because Ryu has the mid lane push. He can respond much more quickly than his opponent, and Stayos has to respect that. And Kira's actually in trouble here.
It hurts a lot. Kira in trouble. Ryu needs one more. Can he land it up? There's the flash. There's the Q. Solo kill, first blood for Ryu.
Oh, couple minions!
Potion!
Always pop your...
Jankos has just really impressed me this whole series, honestly. He has been working so well with Odoamne and the rest of the team.
Level 6 power spike here. Kira not expecting it.
Ulti. Really can't answer, and another solo kill for Ryu.
It's so grim here, Zillion. It's so easy to expect.
Ryu's rotated up as well, though.
And this is why Syndra is such a good early game pick. Ryu's doing what Kira could not. It's roaming.
Even go. Getting it tagged there, and Odo just kills him. Ryu, no assist. Unlucky.
Nowhere for him to go at all. You asked the question, that's the answer. That's exhausted in that fight. The fact that Forgiven was uninhibited, was able to go forward, get so much damage down, exhausted.
Stayos goes in, looking for someone. Ulti's on the Vander, gonna crush down the Zyra. Looking for it, does get the kill. And now Forgiven caught out, gets exhausted, ace in the hole. There's the play for ANX.
They needed to make a play, and they
Play
finally...
potentially from Jankos. Can kick Kira in.
Oh,
And watch
no.
out.
Kira kicked in there, gonna get stunned, but not long enough. Ultimate will proc here, but the follow-up's there. Kira flashed out of the way, stuns a whisper out of one. He says no as Ryu gets his third kill on Kira in the game.
And suddenly that's a perfect trade here for H2K. They lose 2 in the bot lane, but they get an Infernal Dragon and a kill in the mid. Looks like Vander and Forgiven have learned their lesson. They're adapting, which means Jankos just goes mid.
Got the answer, flash kick again. There's the stun. Kira gonna die in the combo.
Has the ultimate, just can't use it. Perfect CC, because ANX is so tunneled on this bot lane. They're going in right now. Is H2K ready to react? Yes, they are.
Tempest Bay finds
Good
Vander.
ulti.
Does get the thorns in, but now Forgiving gonna keep them out of the way. Vander stunned into the wall. The exhausted down, but it's not enough. Licrit gets one, but they will not dive it.
They have the dive potential on bot lane. Tempered Fate can come out, however.
Good poke also. Oh, the crit is going in for the play, but he gets stunned immediately, and Ryu blows into pieces. Stayos chasing down the carries. The Miracle's doing what he can, but the ulti's out onto Olaf. That should be enough for the killers. Ryu grabs the double. Now Flash out of the roots from a Miracle, who's going to get a bit of time in the bottle from Kira.
Screen, nothing on the minimap.
Oh no, Jankos in again, kicks him forward. Kira does get the ulti off, but there's the culling down. Kira forced a fat flash over the wall, but H2K is still going.
Because Liquid goes blind. He sees nobody in the top lane. He must know that they H2K.
He got him over the wall.
David Fate's gonna miss, but what a snipe there from Kira. TP down from ANX. They're gonna try and salvage something.
Why didn't he TP in below them? Look at that ward.
I don't know what to tell you.
But here he goes.
For the kill, slows on Tiangos with the boomerang. Licrit, see ya later as Forgiven takes him down. More kills forthcoming, and Smurf now has to run out of the way of the rest of H2K.
Honestly, would need that revive right there. The trap splitting put up. Jankos is back. Jankos?
Hello, Akira again. Oh, he ultis himself. But he's going to take the turret. Jankos going to auto it down.
Nice
Does
ulti
get
from
it.
Liquid.
And now Kira has to run out of the way. Carling is in. But Jankos stunned into the wall as Kira gets another snipe.
Very good
Team
turn.
moving up. They can have Ryu just as ranged artillery right here. Odo, I'm going to find Smurf. They're happy with this.
I'm not sure Smurf wants it. Odo's like, I
Kira's
think that's
coming
someone
down,
else
though.
here. He does know that Kira's there, but the frozen mallet could maybe spell Odo Ono's death. Nice flash, but Smurf probably flashes over. Thundering blow back, and Kira can't quite lock him down. Acceleration gate's going to keep it all going, but Smurf delivers the killing blow. Liquid's dead on H2K stop Baron.
TP from Smurf.
From Smurf. Feel like Jankos is kind of trying to make a montage. Here he is again. Looks for Miracle. That's going to force a flash. Follow flashes 1v3. He's got the GA, but this man's insane. Liquid over the wall gets stunned in by Ryu, and that's enough damage for Given. Claims another life.
Jankos, they're still looking for...
Attempt Ryu looking for a stun, finds the crit. But might just ulti someone down here. Jankos kicks Kira back in again, but he ultis himself this time as the TP is coming in for H2K's top laner. Odo gonna join, but he cancels. Gonna keep pushing down, but Kira just goes down. He revived, but it wasn't enough, as he did come back up, and H2K take him down again.
And Odoamne can just keep pushing.
Odo tucks his way up with a nice slow there as the rest of the team's in. Smurf pulls back in a mini, but it's enough to slow him down with a frozen mallet. They'll chase down Odoamne. They will get themselves a kill. Smurf collects his top lane opponent.
But Jankos straight onto that Baron. They're going to try to force it. Liquid has his ultimate soon, so he could look to delay.
Ooh.
But it looks like ANX just wants to try to push for the inhibitor.
Ryu went for Ghost Flash and canceled the teleport on Kira, which means Liquid is the only person defending this, and as much as I love Bard, I don't think he's able to do this.
Smurf's gonna try and do this here, but he's got no Nava. The crit gonna do as best he can. Smurf gonna speed his way over.
They can do this,
speed
maybe.
him up. Vander getting a little low. The Baron still taking damage. Smurf on floor, but he gets exhausted. H2K.
He's on Mega.
Liquid takes him down. Smurf Mega's in. Gets Jankos, but the GA is still there. H2K though have to stop Baron.
They stopped them, and they're on the
my
inhibitor.
God.
This is incredible from ANX. Smurf and Liquid delay them. They're stopping the bases. Yes, Liquid traded his life, but now bull around out that.
And H2K say, you know what, we're going to take this Baron because we just can't let that inhibitor go down. But if they make it back, H2K are in so much trouble.
And that's the sad part of this entire exchange. It looks so good, but in the end, the Baron still goes to H2K. So sloppy though. They need to short this up. This has been one of the main flaws of this team. Not buying into the split hype. They're grouping up here.
They got Ryu. No summoners.
Looking for it again. Double one setup there. Stone's gonna land in as well. Stale gonna try and chase him up, but Forgiven just takes out Liquid. Kira moves forward there, but Ryu's down. Revive there onto the Zillion. H2K gonna camp his spawn, and Kira is gonna go down again. H2K 3v1, 3 up. 3v1 right now in that team fight, looking to break.
Yeah, 30 spawn campers. It was close. It was a nice try. The double bomb. Ryu just didn't drop in like instantly, so he got the return damage. It looked pretty for a while, but still H2K, they get the inhibitor.
It's just not enough, and they can get more than the inhibitor. They could actually go for the game potentially here with 40 seconds almost still on Kira. They have the ability to look for the dive and try to end the game. Punch their ticket to the semifinals.
They're gonna push through and do what they can. These turrets are melting as H2K look to punch their ticket in the quarters. There's another killer. Smurf's gonna go down. H2K as Odo gonna get himself killed. A Miracle will collect one, but the Nexus is open. Forgiven, he's been exhausted. They're gonna try something here, but Forgiven, they'll cut it out, and H2K demolish ANX for their semi-final match versus Samsung Galaxy.
Yeah, fantastic performance. But you know, Jankos, he says it himself, like, yeah, still counts.
Yeah.
A blemish at the end of the game, but in the end, if you would have asked H2K, do you want to go to semifinals after sweeping your quarterfinals 3-0 in very short games, they would have said yes, a resounding yes, and they can be happy.
Of course, I mean, these guys...
Gotta work on the high five mechanics.
They gotta work on the high five mechanics.
There we go,
Hey!
nailed it.
I mean,
that's the mark of a great team, being able to improve.
Being able to high five.
Being able to improve on the spot, you know, make a mistake once, improve your high five mechanics right after.
well, things may have got a little dicey on the Baron front, but very few mistakes that were obvious there for H2K. Very clean games, incredible performance, and maybe more surprising anything than a semi-final. But is there 7-0 in their last matches at Worlds?
It's how dominant they have looked to get there, but I want to take a moment to give credit to the team that we are saying goodbye to. Albus Nox Luna made history here at Worlds. Very deserving.
Unfortunately, the history ends here for them. They'll exit with the quarterfinals, and H2K